Hello, good evening, everyone. So, thank you for joining in. Let me do a mic check first. Okay, my mic is okay. I've already turned on the mic so that I won't miss this out. All right, so I'm Kelvin here from Wrong and Search, and today we will be going through the market together with you. The market recap basically. I've shared out the post last week on the our website and on some of the forum. I've shared out the market right now is a bit up and down. It stay sideways, stay aside from the market at the moment. The reason is because you find that majority of the stocks are showing sign that they are a having a lot of pump and dump, pump and dump, pump and dump going on. So that's why you see like one day price up, one day price down. So these are the things that you see a lot nowadays. So that's why it's yes, you guys have to be very careful when you look into it. So today I'll be going through with you some of the stocks, like what are the stocks that is going to show like there's a rebound, what are the stocks that is going to show there's a retrace, okay, that is coming, why this is not showing the sign of the market is coming back. So these are the things I'm going to show you guys. Okay, so before we start, remember to like our Facebook page and also subscribe to our YouTube channel if you are watching this from YouTube. And if you like this live stream over here, this series, then you can give us a like to this post over here. Okay, all right. So yeah, let's look into it. So you can see from my screen over here, from the previous trading day. Today, no market, right? I remember there's no market because our Ago birthday, all right? So every one of us get to have holidays. Okay, so today there's no market over here. And of course, if let's say you have any questions, you can also write it in the comment box. Okay, I'll reply you once I see it. Okay, so yeah, come back to the market here. Overall market, we can see that the is not very is if you look it back into like previous few uh weeks, 1 weeks of market trading, the price, you can see all the stocks are moving up, then down, up, then down, up, then down, up, then down. It's always like one day up, one day down, one day up, one day down. So why is this happening in the market over here? Is because basically we know that the selling pressure is dry out throughout the price is going down, but we don't see any of the huge demand such as like the big boys, or maybe big boys you can actually put it into like institutional funds. They are not coming back into the market here. The reason is I don't know why, but we don't have to know why, because as me for myself as a trader is as long as I see that they are coming back, or maybe some of you as an investor also you can do that. You see them, they are coming back, then we know that the market is going to move up higher because they create a huge demand to move the price up higher. Okay, thank you for the like from YouTube side. Okay, and where was I? Okay, so right now we just need to wait for this demand to actually come back in. So last week I did one of the session, I think. Okay, I've shared. I'm not sure whether it's for our members only or maybe I do it for the public live stream. So we do see like most of it, they're doing things like pump and dump, especially for those of you who are looking into top active lists to select the stocks for you to enter or buy. All right. So these are not the this usually when you look into a top active list is not the best list for us to look for any stocks to enter into it. The reason is because most of the time these big boys, they will have attracted the buyers, okay, by getting their stocks traded actively on the top active list. And but of course it's not a good place for you to find the stocks, but it's a good place for us to know roughly what is the market is like, because this top active list is not just the KLCI market, KLCI indexes, stocks, okay, or any of the index. So it's a compound of everything. So from here wise, you can see if you look into the price movement of the day, you will roughly know that okay, the price, how does it move, okay. we see some of the stock has been moving up for a few days, such as something like this, okay, but majority of it when they move up is not really like really they have the intention to move up higher, especially when you see those stocks that they push up in the morning and then move sideways throughout the whole day. So when you see things like that and then move sideways throughout the whole days, and then once in a while there's a high volume comes in, but then the price is not pushing up higher. After that, it dropped back to a lower level, and then with the high volume actually comes in again, but the price don't really push up higher. So all these are just like creating fear of missing out by buying the shares, okay, buying the shares from the sell side. Like suddenly there's a lot of buying coming in, and then people when they see it, they will find that wow, there's a lot of people coming in, and then you fear of missing out these stocks, and then you jump in. Okay, so these are mainly attracting buyers activities that we can see. If let's say you see any of stocks that they move like this, they push up in the morning and then move sideways throughout the whole day, okay, and then while they're moving sideways you see a lot of higher volume actually comes in, things like that happening, then you know that the market is not that great. Okay, these big boys that they are attracting buyers, which we do see that a lot in the past few weeks. Okay, so that is on those stocks that they pushing the price up higher. But if let's say when we look into those stocks that they are going down, we don't see very high volume actually comes in. Let's say for example, if we look into these stocks, the previous few days over here, usually, okay, a bit of explanation of my analysis. So I don't use any indicators on moving average or maybe resistance breakout or chart pattern. I don't use that. Okay, I just look into the price and volume. I'm not just looking into a day chart over here. I look into 5-minute charts into more details. How does the price movement of the during the day, it will actually show us what is the intention of the big boys, right? So these are the things that I'm looking at it. So it's very different from the traditional way of analysis. Wait, I think my head is too big, so you guys might not be able to see it. So let me make smaller. Okay, oops. Why this one become smaller, bigger? Okay. Yeah, give me a minute. Okay, yeah, so this will be better. Okay, so in daily chart over here, we see when the price is down, then with the high volume, it's actually showing us some sign like selling pressure is a lot. But in our case over here, we don't really look into it in this way. It's because price down, high volume, selling pressure high, yes, but we need to look into the 5-minute charts to find out all this high volume, where does it come from? Is it coming from the price down over here? Is it coming from the bottom when the price hit this level and then move sideways and then really goes down lower? These are the sign that it tell us what are the intention of the big boys. Okay, what does this big volume actually comes in, that it shows that whether it's a selling pressure or maybe they are just trying to support the price at the lower point. Okay, so all these things are very important for you to know. Okay, so I hope every one of you are able to realize this. And of course, if let's say you want to know more about this operator analysis that we are using, you can always look into our trial lesson, which is coming on Sunday. Okay, so like for example here, 5-minute charts, it does seem like there's some demand actually comes in, but the if you look into day chart over here, the volume that it comes in is not that high. It's not as high as the previous one. So that's why even though with the price up over here, the demand is there, but it's not going to create a huge price up from it, or it's not going to create a sustainable price up from that. Okay, so that's why is market right now is still very weak at the moment, because they don't have any of the demand are coming in, so which might also tell us that the price might continue to go down lower. Okay, in the coming 1 week or two like this. So that's why if you're in the market right now, I would say try to stay away from the market first, and then from there we watch, stay aside and watch and see like what we did before the market crash. Already sold everything around somewhere around May time, okay, early of May I think, around end of May, okay, when the price still have moving up higher. I'm not saying about this stocks, about overall market. Then after that, the whole June, the price is the market is bad. But right now, things are not coming back yet. They don't even care to make a short-term rebound in the market from the big boys. So I don't know where do they flow their funds to. Okay, so either they flow their funds back. Definitely, majority of the funds are being flowed back to some of the government bonds and all those, because they are tapering on the QE and also on the increasing the interest rate. So to cap the inflation. Okay, so we can see that the inflation is not just in the US side is bad, even in Malaysia side, or maybe other everywhere in the world is bad, because this is the after effect of when you print a lot of money out and then to save the market, or you pay out too many things out into the market, giving out a lot of incentive and these kind of things into the market. So that's why the prices, everything has moved up higher. So I believe that most of us, we are being hit by this. You understand how bad it is. Before pandemic, I think for PIs is only like 250, and then right now after pandemic 2 years later is 290. So things are changed. Okay, so can this inflation be controlled? Of course, right now what we can see from the US side, how they control their economy, or manipulate that economy, is using a very aggressive way. Like before that, they have said like, okay, they want to push inflation back to about above 2% or something like that. And then they did it, and it moves up to maybe 8 or 9%, which is a lot. So right now they're trying to control it. You know, these kind of things, like it's not just about numbers. Okay, it's not about the percentage of how many inflation rate and things like that. Because when you look into economy, if you look in the academics way of it, everything sounds so perfect. Okay, because that's academics. But when you apply into the real world, it's the whole different thing. Because real world, we are human beings. So psychology wise and also emotional wise, all these things are very wait, out of the proposal. What is this? Okay. So all these things are very is not able to put it into paper, or you can't explain like what is love and things, feelings, okay, all this. So when you put all these things into numbers, and then you just can't use economics away. So that's why sometimes economists sometimes are very careful about this. They're afraid that things might just overturn. It doesn't have like the kind of effects that they want to. Okay, so well, inflation rate is one thing. Of course, the war going around in what you call that, the Russia-Ukraine side, and of course from the US side you have a lot of basically the financial war between the bigger countries. Okay, so things doesn't seem that good, but hopefully this will be a very soft landing, and let the market be a bit more as expected, because previously we already printed out too many monies into the market, injected too many monies into the market. So right now when they want to take it back, so this is what we're gonna see. Okay, the market is not going to be good. Okay, so it's not about whether they are making profit or revenue or not. It's the market is going to crash or going to move up higher. It depends on how many funds are available into the market. Okay, so we might see, if let's say things are being more controlled, then maybe from the Federal Reserve side, or maybe the central bank side, they will start to actually implement, okay, adding a little bit of funds inside there. So it's a bit different from what we see from 2008 time. 2008 time, they move in gradually and they move out gradually. Okay, so right now what they do is they go in hard and then they get out fast, or get out hard also. So definitely there's a bit of effect into the market. Okay, all right, so let's see. I don't have any questions here. I don't know not sure why Facebook not able to live stream this. Okay, it can. Okay, so I don't see any from here. So let me share with you, if let's say you want to know more about how to analyze the market, like the using the big boys way.
Wrong and search. True traders react to the market.
Big boys work. I have a trial lesson this coming Saturday. So if you want to know more, you can actually join us. You can go to our Facebook page or maybe our our Facebook page. Okay, you can see the event there, so you can have a click onto it. Oh, let me just share with you the event link, okay, in the comment section, so that you can have a look into it. You can just register to find out more about how our operator and analysis can actually help you to find the market, okay, look into the market much more better than the traditional analysis that you are looking at, or every one of us looking at. So like I always say, you don't learn something that everyone is learning, okay? So if let's say you learn the same thing everyone is learning, then don't learn it from a textbook, okay? So that is not how we can actually make it from the stock market, because we are not this, because the actual what is happening in the market and in the textbook is totally different, okay? All right, so that's all for my sharing over here. So thank you very much for joining into this market recap. So same thing, let me do a summary here. Everything just stay aside first, because it doesn't really look good. Demand are not coming in, although selling pressure is lesser. So no demand means that the price is not going to move up higher. Big boys are not coming back in. So when the big boys are not coming back in, you don't go in, okay? Because the big boys don't go in, the price will not move up, okay? Even the big boys are not going in, so why do you want to go in, okay? Or even if let's say the big boys are getting out, so why do you want to jump in, right? Okay, so unless you are the big boys, okay? So that's for the sharing here today. And thank you very much for joining. I'll see you guys again. Remember to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and our Facebook page, so that you will know that the next market recap, when is it coming. Okay, thank you. See you guys again. Bye-bye.
Wrong and search. True traders react to the market.